Oh, weird, that gate was down. What's up, everybody? Do a little bit of a... just getting back into Thorns vibe stream. Gonna do a Thorns tactician leveling. While we wait for...
Against this devourer, as Finn calls it. We be indebted to you.
While we wait for the druid.
Kindness will get you killed in times like these, old man.
Martin, before you go, I'll shoot the evil like you
Well, I feel sense.
No, obviously this isn't SSF practice because I have Thorns geared prepped, but I'm not playing solo self-found for start. I'll be playing trade, so I'll be buying gear whenever I can swap to Thorns, hopefully. So it's like, you know, fake practice, I guess. What build are you planning on doing on League Start? A Druid build? Yeah, I'm probably going Thorns Druid on League Start. If I don't do Thorns Druid, I'll be playing my Bulletstorm Witch Hunter, though. Like, if it looks like Thorns got nerfed, or Thorns Druid just looks like not fun to play, or the shapeshifts don't look good, then I won't play Druid, but I think it's likely that I play Thorns Druid as my League Start. But I would like to play my Bulletstorm Witch Hunter. Probably more. Right, I need to get in the habit of clearing for all the quests. Yep. You can convert the lightning to thorns. There's a lot of elemental conversion type things you can do with the thorns runes, which is cool. My favorite is using Painter's Gloves, because Painter's Gloves gives you tri-element for Trinity Thorns. But yep. Cold conversion thorns is definitely a thing. It's a little bit counterintuitive, because you want people hitting you, and you don't want them chilled and frozen and whatnot, but yeah, Cold Thorns is definitely a thing. Yeah, I remember, I think Mathil did a Thorns, Freeze Thorns build, but yeah. I've done Trinity Thorns before, it's pretty cool. The Tri-Element is fun. I mean, I've got my Thorns damage way higher than 5,000. I've gotten like up to 30,000 base. You gotta stack Spirit Gems of Thorn Skin. So yeah, I'm playing just normal until we get to the Thorn stuff. And then we'll be playing Thorns. How do you do that? You just get a bunch of Spirit Gems and you put Thorn Skins in them. Just get as much Spirit as possible, as many Spirit Gems as you can. I have a Trinity Thorns. I mean, just look up any of my Thorns guides, you know. I Spirit stack on a lot of them now. But you just get a bunch of Spirit. Yeah, Spirit on gear. You can get Spirit on Amulet, you can get Spirit on chests, you can get Spirit on scepters. Lots of ways to get Spirit. Yeah, you just get it on gear. You just get your spirit on the gear. You can get like 60 on your chest. It's like 50 or something on your neck. There are other ways, like there's a shield or something. I think it's a shield that gives you % spirit, or like 2 spirit for like your maximum life or something, so you life sack. I forget how it works. There are lots of ways. Lots and lots of ways. I kind of lied though. I kind of just want to play Thorns right now. So we're going to do that. We're going to start with Bone Shatter. Oh, the Thorn Stalk is just making me want to play it right now. Whatever I'm league starting, like the first 16 to 30 levels will be Druid skills, so I can't really practice it. You know what? I'll just do this. Socket. With a single teething. Let me buy a mace. Double game audio? Are you getting double game audio? Let me see here. You definitely might be. I don't think so. Let me see. I don't think so. Let me listen to the stream real quick. Let me listen to the stream real quick. Let me listen to the stream real quick. I mean, as far as I can tell, it's not double game audio, but if it sounds like it is going further, it might be. I'm saying here, I don't care about Druid. Yeah, I mean, I don't really care about Druid either, personally. There's a good chance that I still might league start the Bulletstorm Witch Hunter, if I'm being honest. That was my favorite ARPG build I've ever played, so maybe I do league start with the Witch Hunter. I don't know. It really, we'll have to see what the patch notes say. It's hard to pass up Druid, but I really like the Bulletstorm character. What was I about to do? I needed a mace.
Oh, now, take a look. My finest. Till next time.
Do I have a Vengeance neck? That's low level. I don't think I will. I mean, yeah, that's also the thing that's most excited about Druid, is this whole area getting reworked. Like, it opens up, like, armor, energy, shield builds. It opens up, energy... Like, it just opens up so many more options. Like, being able to traverse through here reasonably well is just going to be so huge, so... Agreed completely. What was I about to do? Oh, I needed Vengeance, right. Let's just get the Thorn and ASAP. Guilt, Fear, Envy. I should have a Guilt, Fear, Envy, right? I don't. I don't have a Guilt. Yeah, the patch notes decides a lot of what I'm going to do. Like, obviously, I want to... I will 100% play both of those characters. Let me rephrase. I will 100% Thorns Druid, and I will 100% do my Bulletstorm Witch Hunter. It just depends on which one my league start is. And my brain tells me I should league start the Witch Hunter. Like, why wouldn't I league start the Witch Hunter? It's going to be the better farmer, it's going to be the better clearer. Like, I'll get a much better league start on the Witch Hunter, and then I play the Thorns character second, which is more gear dependent, right? Like, I complained all of 0.3 about how bad of a league start Thorns was, so... yeah. Not bad, but it just wasn't the ideal league start. I had a fine league start. I came here for a guilt, right? Yeah, ADHD brain. I want a guilt. Not a Divine's Worth, though.
Alright, your order is registered.
What was the character? It was Thorn Board? Yeah. Hey, what's up, Kadachi? How you doing, bro? But yeah, so like either I'm league starting Druid and I'll be playing like Shapeshift like Bear until like I can swap the Thorns, which will be like 16 or 30, I assume. Or I'm league starting the Witch Hunter. So. Alright. Let's see how this feels. Gotcha. Good morning then to you. And we don't have Crown yet, so this is like Scuff Thorns right now. I'm not using barbs right now, by the way. I have a feeling that, like, okay, I don't have a feeling. My hope is that they're making barbs or quill bursts tier 2 support gems so we can get them at the start of Act 2. Ooh, I'm way squishier than I realized. I don't have a shield on, so that doesn't help with Thorns. But, where are these load screens? Let me get a shield. But they might not. Like, if Barbs and Quill Bursts are still tier 3 support gems, like, that just really slows down the Thorns start. Really bad. Really, really bad. I know I have Thorns gear someplace. I don't have any shields? Where are all my Thorns shields? Did I just, like, dump my stash at some point? I think I probably just stash dumped at some point. I swear I had Thorn shields at some place. But yeah, I really want to play my Thorns Witch Hunter, not the Thorns Witch Hunter, my Bulletstorm Witch Hunter like really fast. That's what I'm trying to say. But if the endgame rework is good, there's my Thorn shield. I knew I had one someplace. Yeah, that war pick is good. There's other ways you get armor break through like heavy stuns and light stuns and regenerating shield. There's more ways to get armor break than Warbringer, which is why I'm not worried about league starting Thorns Druid. Like, the armor break won't be the end of the world. There we go. Shield helps a lot. The problems are with Thorns League start. Maybe I should just make an entire video about the problems with League starting Thorns. Because there's just so many. But every single patch, Thorns has just gotten like giga buffed. Just like 1x to 2x its buffs. So if that happens again... What's the name of the shield I equipped? Alchem Era. And I'll be taking it off at level 16. I'm just trying to get to level 16 so I can start playing with Crown of the Pale King. So I won't be using teethings while leveling. None of this gear has teethings. I just have teethings in this gear just because I want to get to level 16 to use Crown. There is an echo from the game. Okay, let me see what's causing that then. Don't know what could be causing the echo, because... Oh. You know what? I do see what's causing the echo. Un momento. Okay. It should be fixed now. Yeah, Hoodsy said it earlier, and I couldn't find it then, but now I found it early now. Thank you, guys. Thanks, Hoodsy, and thanks, Scanner. It should be fixed now. There should be no more audio echo. Yeah, pretty funny. Like, some of the bosses, when they don't cause stun buildup, or at least a lot of stun buildup, when you do them on Thorns, it's a real treat. Thorns starts when you get Crown of the Pale King. That's just it. That's why every Thorns player begs GGD to put it on the passive tree. Hey, what's up, Dirk? How you doing, bro? Good morning to you. But yeah, why Thorns is a bad league start. It's like, A, we don't get async trade until... Unless they change it, which I don't think they will. We don't get async trade until Act 4, which means you have to, like, message the people. I don't have any Thorns procs right now because I don't have Crown. To get the gear, and of course it's always going to be expensive on League Start. Like, day one, people were asking Chaos Orbs
Thorns
for crowns. So, getting the gear sucks. Barbs and Quillburst are currently tier 3. Hey, Dirk, thanks for the prime, or the tier 1 sub. Thanks, man. Appreciate you. Wait, can you do Thorns Druid? I mean, Druid's not out yet, but in the next patch, we're getting Druid, and I'm planning on being Thorns Druid. My first Thorns character will be a Druid. And don't forget, we're getting a big endgame rework. And as fun as Thorns is, if I were to give Thorns an endgame score, it's like a C- build, maybe C+. In terms of fun, if you're like that kind of style, Thorns is like S tier for fun, right? But in terms of like how viable it is for endgame, like it's not, you can't get tanky enough to deal with like the hard-hitting stuff. So we got this big endgame rework coming, and what if Thorns can't handle it well? What if the content's too difficult for Thorns in its tankiness? I don't have Barbs right now. Or I don't have Quillburst on right now. This is only Barbs, so I should probably get Quillburst just to make the 1 to 16 faster. We'll keep with this for now, though. So there's just like a lot of what-ifs, a lot of variables with Thorns. Thorns is like a very slow play style too, so just in terms of league starts, you know, you're not making the best currency per hour. And the Bulletstorm Witch Hunter is the exact opposite. It's got the potential of being like a fairly good build. So definitely tempted to league start it. But there's just so much that goes hand in hand with Thorns and Druid, just from a thematic standpoint. The hope is that bear form is just inherently tanky, so I can just like lean into that. Bulletstorm Witchstormer has an easy start? Yeah, I think so. I mean, Grenades was like arguably one of the best, if not the best leveling style, so you play Grenades until you get Nova Projectiles and the Culling Strike stuff, and you know. Crossbows is one of the best levelings right now, in my opinion. Just Grenades are just so damn good. So you fly to level 30, 40, You get the Myris Uxor helmet, and then you just swap the Bulletstorm then, and just like by hour 3, you're playing, you know, the Bulletstorm Witch Hunter. And you can even level as armor-piercing rounds. It's just the grenades are so much faster. But that's also without the patch notes. A lot of people complain about grenades being too strong and ammo skills being too weak, so it might not be that grenades get nerfed, but there's a chance that the ammo skills get buffed, so you might not even need to level grenades with a Bulletstorm Witch Hunter, but I am very confident that, like, it'd be a solid league start. Especially if you're not, like, especially if you're okay using grenades. Especially if you're okay using grenades.
As a voice never give up a fight, I expected no less.
It's very fun. It's very fun. It's a very fun build. You know, the single target was never something I was able to truly solve, but we learned new techs later on in the league that might have solved that damage, so... yeah, I think it's a fantastic league start. I genuinely might league start it over Thorns. Just because I want to league start it, you know? Like, I think it's genuinely a good league... gonna be a fun and, like, good league start. So... don't be afraid to try it. If I don't. What did I come here for? I came here for barbs. Or quill burst. Just get to 16 as fast as we can. When's the new season start? In a week and a half? The 10th, I think? Or the 12th? Something like that. What is it? The 12th. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people solve the single target by just using grenades for bossing, but there's the ribbon armor tech with the one unique crossbow that might solve it. Yeah. Oh, I didn't talk to him when I was in town. Jeez. Definitely needed to do the practice.
Here I would.
But yeah, it had high move speed, it was fun, it had good mapping, it had solid bossing most of the time, and then the bossing was definitely solvable. Yeah, I could potentially league start it. If Thorns does not look like it's gotten any buffs, or Thorns Druid looks like it's going to be too much of a flop. It's also possible, like, I just play the Witch Hunter for, like... It's also possible, like, week 1, I play both characters, right? Like, I play the Druid for 3 days, and then I start the Witch Hunter, and I, like, flop between them, depending on what content I'm doing. Who knows? But the patch notes is what really decides things. You copied my armor piercing for mapping? It was really fun and good mapping. I'm also just, like, a really big fan of Witch Hunter. Witch Hunter is probably my favorite Ascendancy right now. I love the Culling Strike stuff, so... Like, if you didn't need Crown of the Pale King, if they said that Crown of the Pale King was, like, moved to, like, something else, like a keystone or something... What am I doing? I'm on complete autopilot right now. I needed to go to town and... Oh, I needed to break the things, yeah. Yeah. But yeah, Witch Hunter's my favorite Ascendancy. If they remove Crown of the Pale King, I would very heavily consider league starting Thorns Witch Hunter, because you could use Myris Uxor with Thorns. And that would just be awesome. That would be just the best. I would love Culling Strike Thorns. I've done Culling Strike Thorns before, but like a better version of Culling Strike Thorns. And I also like my Righteous Fire Roa build. I would potentially league start that too if we knew it was getting, like, buffs and not deleted from the game, but I have a feeling it's getting deleted from the game. I do not think we are keeping it. Well, I've always said I wanted them to make Crown of the Pale King a spirit gem, personally. When's Abyss League ending? I don't know if they gave an official end date whenever all the leagues migrate over. I don't know if they said that. Hey, what's up, Sour? How you doing? Maybe I'll level a character to Endgame as Thorns, and then I'll level a character to Endgame as my Witch Hunter, and that'll help me decide. I just have a feeling that I'm gonna play Druid. I don't know. The FOMO of not playing the new class is, like, too hard to miss out on. But, we'll see. Tuesday's usually when they do it? Gotcha. So a little over a week. Where am I going? There's no way it's down. Oh, it is down here. Hey, what do you know? Yeah, I mean, there's just so much going on with Druid, and, like, again, what if Druid ends up being, like, the secret best class for Thorns, and Thorns gets unlocked? But it's just like, there's just so many question marks with Thorns, man. The biggest thing that makes me nervous about League starting Thorns is not the League start, it's the endgame rework. If there's all these new bosses and challenges that Thorns can't handle because it's a take damage to deal damage style, that would suck. And it's very likely that Thorns can't full clear all content easily. Just because of how it's Thorns, you know? Whew. That hurts. I hate those poison ground guys. No instant leech. And they don't proc Thorns. So yeah, you know, they just do their thing and you watch. If you don't have a Barbs or a Quill Burst, you just watch. Well, that's what a lot of people think, is that, like, people either say that Druid's going to be the Thorns archetype or Templar, and I've always said that I believe it's Druid. Shapeshifts make perfect sense with Thorns. You have roses that have thorns, and Druids are nature-based. You have, like, brambles. Like, I feel like Druid and Thorns could very well go well together. Very likely. What start new league? I don't know yet. Either Thorns Druid or my Bulletstorm Witch Hunter. What are you thinking about playing, Ziaz? I mean, that's kind of how I feel about it, Sour, is like, I should league start the Witch Hunter and then do the Druid second, but FOMO. And there's probably going to, like, if there is no Thorns buffs at all, and, like, Thorns nerfs, right? Like, obviously the answer is easy, but I know I'm going to see Thorns buffs and just be baited into playing Thorns. But hopefully there's no buffs. The passive tree for Thorns didn't get touched last patch, so, you know, maybe they're finally starting to find where they want Thorns to be. But if they say something like Crown of the Pale King is now on the passive tree, then, you know, I don't think there's a chance I league start the Witch Hunter. Well, it's, Yeah, the content creator thing definitely pushes it, but it's not necessarily the views for me. It's like, there are people that want me to play Thorns Druid more than, like, I care about the views. Like, if I don't play Thorns Druid, you know, they might not play Thorns Druid themselves, and that makes me sad. There are a lot of people out there that, like, depend on a guide. I've already got a Bulletstorm Witch Hunter guide out there, so, like, if I don't League start that, maybe they'd be fine. But I should also just do what I want to do, and if I ultimately want to play the Bulletstorm Witch Hunter, maybe I will. But I also want to play Thorns Druid. It's not like Thorns Druid would be bad. Like, there's a lot of things about Thorns Druid that gets me really excited. Like, if we get mana stacking buffs, if we get recoup buffs, like... I've seen people do the Bulletstorm build on other Ascendancies. Like, I saw someone do it on a Pathfinder for Poison Spread. We featured the build on the podcast. So you can do that build, that armor-piercing style on other Ascendancies. You just can't do... You wouldn't do the Culling Strike version I did. You would just play Poison Prolif or Bleed Prolif or something like that. Ooh. These guys aren't proccing my thorns. There we go. No Crown of the Pale King Thorns is a big L. Level 16. We just need level 16. Nice, yeah, I heard banner bots are fun. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't regret League starting my Bulletstorm Witch Hunter, so... And it's very possible that I only play the Bulletstorm for like 3 days, farm a bunch of currency, and then start the Thorns Druid on like day 3. We'll see what happens. I feel like it's just likely I play the Thorns Druid, though. The FOMO will get the best of me. Oh, I'm gonna die. Nope. Am I gonna die this time? Looking at chat of that one. Hey, what's up? Diego. How you doing, man? Diego. What are you league starting for the new league? You have an idea? Level am I 8? This is 16, 11, 16, 16, 15. Okay. I have not thought about it on Abyssal Lich. Abyssal, that would be funny though. That'd be hilarious. How hard is it to get the Culling Strike helmet early? I mean, if you're like solo self-found, like very hard, obviously, but if you're Trade League, I would imagine it's really cheap. I can't imagine it was, even after the Culling Strike build started popping up, it was super expensive base. I imagine you would be able to scoop one for a few Exalt day 1, but I did not league start that build. I played that build over a month into the league, so by the time I had played it... Yeah, because I had played the Warbringer Thorns for the first 2 weeks, and then for 2 weeks after that I was just trying other Thorn stuff on different Ascendancy. I don't think I played the Bulletstorm Witch Hunter until like 1 month in, and Yeah, by then it was a cheap helmet. It was like one. I remember crafting exceptional bases for like a divine. So what it would be on League start if the style was more popular, I don't know. I will say, it's tough. I can't like say anything like definitively. If Barbs and Quillburst are both still tier 3 support gems, that's definitely like a big like reason why I wouldn't League start the Druid. The tier 3 support gems for Barbs and Quillburst just really sucks. Not starting the style until you get to, because you really don't start playing Thorns until you have the support gems. The only reason I'm able to do what I'm doing right now is because I have the support gems already, but I wouldn't have these on launch. What do you think is faster, Hollow Palm or Bulletstorm? Hollow Palm, because Bulletstorm really doesn't get online until, like, Act 4. The reason why my Bulletstorm Witch Hunter was so fun to level is because by the time we all leveled it, we had access to tier 4 support gems. You don't need Nova projectiles for Bulletstorm to feel fast, but it's what made it fast. That fast, from level 1. I would imagine Hollow Palm is probably a faster start. Again, but Bulletstorm, I keep saying this, Bulletstorm might be getting buffed. Ammo skills might be getting buffed, and grenade skills getting nerfed, so it could end up getting faster, but yeah. What really made Bulletstorm just such a joy to play was Nova projectiles, and that's I think it's tier 4. It's either tier 4 or 5. So you really aren't playing that style until you have the Culling Strike stuff and the Nova projectiles. You can play it with chain and stuff, but like you're using Nova projectiles and chain and stuff, so it's like, yeah, that's another one that doesn't get on until like Act 4, but at least you can level as like a crossbow build until then, you know, and fast. But I also believe that the bullet skills are going to get buffed. Some of them, at least. I am hoping that, like, if I were to, like, pick a play style that I want to play for the Druid, it would be life stacking Thorns Recoup. Even Energy Shield Recoup would be cool. I just don't know how likely that is to be. I really don't think Thorns is high on their priority list. Someone on the dev team gives it a little love here and there, but I don't know if we're just gonna get, like... We would need a big life rework for sure. But like a lot of people think life stacking is getting nerfed because of how good the Wrathpith builds are. You just did Pierce and Rapid Attacks and it was great. I might need to try a solo self-found run before launch Sour for the Witch Hunter. The patch notes decide everything. When we get the patch notes this week, right? We should be getting it this week. This run is not solo self-found, no. Not for the Thorns character. Because whenever I do my League Start Thorns character, I'm going to be playing Druid. I'm going to be leveling as, like, the starter Druid skill. So, like, there's no way to practice that. So I'm not, like, you know, slogging through Act 1, you know, doing fake practice for something I'm not actually doing on League Start, you know? League Start, I'm definitely either playing the Druid skills for launch or the Bulletstorm, so I can't really practice that portion of the Thorns League Start. And there's really no practicing a Thorns League Start. Thorns League Start is you play Thorns at level 30 once you trade for gear, so you have to play whatever else until then. Hey, what's up, Tabletop? I hope you had a great Thanksgiving as well. I ate a lot of ham. Yeah, it comes a stream announcement, then yeah. So, like, probably after that day, you'll see, like... I probably honestly won't fully decide until we're closer to launch, but after we get the notes, I'll have a good idea of what I'm playing. But you really don't know until we get the passive tree changes. Because the passive tree is so much of the power. And that's another thing, right? Is the Righteous Fire Roa build. Like, if they don't fix that, that's on my list too. That build was so much fun. I would love the league start that build. That's probably like a third. That's probably like a third build. What are you thinking about league starting tabletop? You have any idea yet?
Am I seeing things?
Should I do Ray Shield Thorns? Oh, you can't put barbs in Ray's shield? You can put Quillburst in it, though. That'd be a fun little challenge. Let Ray's shield Thorns only. This way. Hey, what's up, Fishy? How you doing, man? Are you excited for the new league? Yeah, that's basically what this stream's been doing. We've been talking about all day. Tabletop is we really can't decide until we have the patch notes. There's like too many variables on what I play. Like again, if it depends on what the endgame rework is too. Like. Thorns, as much fun as it is not a good it's not a good build. It's a B- C+ build at best. And if this endgame rework has like layers of harder content, right? Like if we go back up to like 30 million life for boss life, I don't know if we want to play Thorns. We'll have to see. The hair straight out my forehead looks like a super red strand. Rip. I did not brush my hair before streaming. I just kind of went live. Such is my fate. Such is my fate.
What's all this then? Things from these parts. Maybe he knows.
I don't even need to do this. Bad time to look at chat. Where is the spirit guy? Where is he, like, right there? Did I just barely miss his exit? Am I blind? Where's the Freythorn? Is it down here someplace? I see this little blurb down here. Did I not, like, find a hole down here? I'm so confused. Okay, that's just nothing. Fraythorn is someplace. Oh, it's there. It's right by spawn. I see it now. A lot of people are, I see a lot of people coping out for 2 classes. If we got 2 classes, I don't think that's happening. Not with the down of, I mean, maybe. They've said Druid has been done for a long time. So, and like, it was supposed to be in the last patch, and the patch before that, and the patch before that. Or whatever, right? So, like, maybe they didn't have to put a lot of work into Druid. And maybe they're able to slip in another class, but like with an Endgame rework coming, and Druid, would they really want to throw in another class? That would be awesome. That would be awesome. But I am not on the 2-class copium train myself. I am actually going in with like restraint on my expectations. I am actually thinking this patch is going to be not as big as everyone is hoping it will be. But I'm mainly doing that to protect my own self and my own feelings. If we got multiple classes, I am expecting 1 class with 2 ascendancies. I'm expecting 2 Druid ascendancies, and like maybe the new Sorceress. I'm expecting maybe the new Sorceress ascendancy. Maybe the new Monk ascendancy, maybe the new Ranger ascendancy. Like, one of those guys gets a new ascendancy, right? Or 2. And then I'm expecting a bunch of endgame reworks and skill reworks. But outside of that... Yeah, I've been saying that I thought that Pyromancer is like, fire needs some love. I would love a ascendancy that has a good ignite prolification built into its kit. I would love Pyromancer as that ascendancy. Duelist Copium. I assume Duelist is 0.5. That is what my assumption is. 0.5 is Swords and Duelist. There was an interview with Ziggy D where Jonathan said it would be criminal to launch without swords. And he was upset that swords weren't already in. So that just tells me Duelist is definitely inbound.
Where is he? Found ya.
I don't think it's this patch. By the way, though, if we got swords this patch, oh boy. Druid and Witch Hunter, out the door. There's a 0% chance. The day we get swords is the day we play swords forever. Forever. The day we get swords is the day we stop playing anything else. Are you twinking at the moment? Yeah. There's no way to practice the Thorns Druid League start, because whatever League start I'm doing for the Thorns Druid will be like the bear skills or the wolf form skills or something without any thorn stuff, right? Like, there's no way to feasibly practice that. So I'm just getting to the Crown of the Pale King level as fast as I can, and then I'm taking off the twink gear. Like, I have this set of gear that's like not twink. It's just like base shit. That I'll be leveling with. But yes, it is twink gear. Because there's no way to practice Thorns Druid right now. There's just, like, no way to do it. If Barbs and Quillburst are still, tier 3 support gems, you're playing not Thorns until level 30 anyway. So, yeah. And I'm not even sure, I keep saying it, I'll keep going in circles, but I'm not even sure I'm League starting Thorns yet. I'm not even sure. Probably am, though. I mean, I would love a melee Sorc. I love melee mage type archetypes. Battle mages and shit. The Sorceress Ascendancy is called Disciple of Jinn, codenamed Surfcaster. That sounds awesome.
Gotta stay quick on my feet.
That sounds cool. Disciple of Jinn? I'm on autopilot. Did I already get all 3? Are we good for the boss? We did not. I'm guessing, like, that's my fear is, like, I really wanted to do life stacking bear recoup thorns. But, and I see a lot of people that also want to do that. But I believe life stacking is about to get nerfed because of how powerful the Wrathpith combos are. With the Grand Spectrums and shit, like. So I just assume, like, I would love life stacking to get buffs, but I don't know if it is. So what I am coping out for is mana stacking buffs. Hey man, we miss you in PoE too. Well, I do my weekly podcasts. I hope it doesn't feel like I'm completely gone, because I do the podcast every week. Like, I don't upload videos, so what I found is, anytime I want to make a video during the off-season that's like talking about balance or anything like that on the game, since I don't make the whole show notes, but I do a majority of the show notes for the podcast each week, and anytime I want to talk about something, I just put it on the podcast show notes. So, like, everything I want to talk about, I get to talk about. It's just not on my channel. So maybe I still need to find a way to upload more in the off season, but I don't feel like I've been fully gone from PoE 2. I'm not a good streamer. I've been working on my game a lot this last few weeks, so we're releasing our release, so we're launching in the early access, I think, on December 17th. So we've been crunching. Yeah, I don't know if we'll get all of the remaining Ascendancies, but if we didn't get a single remaining Ascendancy, I would be shocked. Oops, I rolled right back into that. But yeah, I really want mana stacking to be buffed. That's my copium right now, is mana stacking is gonna finally get the love it needs. And we're taking off all this twink gear, by the way, when we hit level 16. We're just getting the Crown of the Pale King. Where the fuck is Scavenge Plating? Warrior.
So long as you know me,
You bugger
I
off!
will always exist.
Well, I will know you for a while, my friend. I'm hoping for North Thorns endgame uniques. I think so, too. I mean, any Thorns buffs would be appreciated. If Thorns goes untouched, I will maybe not be league starting Thorns, so there is that.
A swindler and a thief. I like 'em all.
Thorn hype, Thorn hype.
Thanks for
Thorn
the 5
hype.
gifted subs, Table. I appreciate you, man.
I ready to hunt.
Thanks, bro. Oh, we need a warp.
Thorn hype, Thorn hype, Thorn hype.
I really, like, so, I'm a big fan of Druid from Classic World of Warcraft. I'm a big PvPer. And in Classic WoW PvP, if you ever play Druid in it, it's kind of like a jack of all trades. You go bear form when you need to be tanky, you go cat form when you're trying to kill, when you're being stealthy, you can heal, you can do long distance spells, like for like poking people down, like you really are just like a hybrid form type thing. And that's what I'm wanting to do with the Thorns Druid. I'm wanting to force bear form for like whenever you need to be tanky, potentially on bosses and stuff, and then weapon set 2 will be the wolf set for, I'm assuming the wolf is going to be more mobile, or the wyvern form. People are saying a wyvern form is coming. Maybe it's more mobile than the bear, so like you're using that for mobility. Are you the tourist guy? I am. That be me. Played over 16 years of WoW? Yeah, I've been playing WoW for way too long. This is like the longest break I've ever had for a while. Been getting the itch to do a hardcore WoW character again, but... Nah. There's a unique sword called Fate of the Vow. Don't get me hopes up. Don't get me hopes up. You know how crazy of a patch that would be if they dropped Duelist and Druid? There's no way they do, though. I talk about this on the podcast, but, like, I always have the concern that, like... It's not necessarily a concern, but, like, I think that GGG sometimes has marketing brain. And, like... Not GGG themselves, but someone at GGG is going to have marketing brain. And it's going to be like, we can't release 2 classes at once because that means, you know, we're not milking the classes for as long as possible in terms of hype, you know? Why release 2 classes at once when we can release 1 class and it still be as hype? When did they say Duelist? They never said Duelist. In a interview with Ziggy D, Jonathan said that it was criminal swords weren't in the game yet, and that there was no way they would release without swords. It was something along those lines. Maybe it was like no way they would release without swords, but he says they're not releasing without swords, essentially. That doesn't mean Duelist is coming this patch. That's copium on people's ends, on my eyes. But what it tells me is Duelist is next. 0.5 we get Duelist. Well, I'm pretty sure for a lot of the... Oh, these are ranged guys. I'm not getting Thorns procs. I'm pretty sure for a lot of the Thorns... The bear skills, Scroats, they're going to require the talismans. You won't be required to use a mace or a talisman with bear... with a shapeshifts, but, like, one of the talismans... You know how, like, weapons have skills on them and stuff, right? Like, one of the talismans is going to have, like... a bear skill for, like, Maul on it or something, right? So you're going to, like, be incentivized to use some talismans for those shapeshift skills, is what I'm expecting. So I assume we will more likely be using a talisman. So that's what some people have said, Scroats, but I have, like, I've seen both sides. Some people are still heavily believe that the shapeshifts will be skill gems and not attached to the talismans. And I used to also be on that side too, where I thought the talismans would be what required the shapeshift, but I have been convinced they're not going that route. But it could be either way for sure. It could be either way for sure. Some people think that there's going to be a shapeshift attached to the Ascendancy, which it's possible that there's one, because we have Demon Form, but I don't think we would see multiple shape. Like, the reason why I assume that Druid was delayed, they always said it was animation-based, right? The animations on Druid were not finished. If every single class can shapeshift because, like, the shapeshifts aren't attached to the Ascendancy, that means every single shapeshift needs an animation for the Ranger, for the Duelist, for the Mercenary, for the Sorceress, right? That is a huge animation delay, right? So my full belief is that every Ascendancy will be shapeshifting. If they have access to whatever gives the shapeshifts. Whether that's skill gems, whether that's the talismans. That is my belief. I heavily do not believe it will be Druid only that can shapeshift. That is, like, so anti-PoE. Like, I think Demon Form is unique in that aspect, where only one Ascendancy has access to it. If they made all of Shapeshifting Druid only, I would be very shocked. I would be very shocked. Yeah, talismans allow you to use shape-shifting skills. Interesting. So I wonder if that phrasing means, like, you have to have a talisman equipped to use all shapeshift skills? Because that's how I read that. Because I remember Miso saying that, like, he interpreted that as, talismans would come with an individual shapeshift skill that you would want to use, but the way I read that is, like how you can't use mace skills without a mace, right? You can't use shapeshift skills without a talisman equipped. That is how I read that, so... you will not be using mace with shapeshifts, is how I read that.
No escape.
Is talisman technically a martial weapon? What is it qualified as? Is it martial?
It's personal.
Get frozen before you slam me, punk. It is a martial. Interesting.
That one was for me.
So then, yeah, it won't be coming with skills. You're right. It more than likely won't come with skills. I think it's only unique martial weapons that have a chance to come with skills. I don't think there's any base martial weapons that come with skills, right? Like, some of them come with effects, like the Cultist Great Hammer has the attack splash attached to it. Why do I keep picking up shit? I'm not using any of it. But yeah, that's just like, again, how can I know my League Start when there's still so much up in the air? God, I really want to League Start my Bulletstorm Witch Hunter. But I know I'm going to be playing Druid. Oh, Shapeshifts just sounds so fun. Especially with the weapon swap stuff, like... If you guys didn't see Prada's, weapon swap, Witch Hunter that he did... where he was using the weapon set 2 for mobility, like, that is my goal with the Druid, is, like, an efficient setup like that. Obviously, it's way easier to do on, on the Witch Hunter, because you have the extra passive points, but, you know. My goal is weapon set 1 is Bear, weapon set 2 is, like, Wolf, or whatever the other Ascendancy form is, Shapeshift form is. People think it's a Wyvern, which is, I'm guessing, the Druid's Moonkin form. It's going to be like some form of, like, caster form. Wyvern, I think it's actually pronounced Wyvern. I don't think it's Wyvern, it's Wyvern. Wyvern, something like that. Wyvern, we're going to call them Wyverns. We're going to make a Thorns Wyvern build, just to piss people off. You know, the skinny boy dragons. The skinny boy dragons. But yeah, I assume whatever my weapon set 2 will be for mapping, like trying to be as mobile as possible, as good as clear speed as possible. Or map clear. And then weapon set 1 would be like bear form, tanking bosses and stuff. It also just depends on what content we get, right? If we got a delve form of content, I would probably 100% League Start Druid Thorns. If delve form of content comes where it's like, you know how delve works, you like, it's not idle content, but you go to a spot and you stand in an area and then you clear it, right? That's like ideal Thorns content, and even if the rest of the endgame is too hard for Thorns, I can try and optimize Thorns around delve, so that's like a fun League Start. Yo, I copy your armor piercing for mapping and I play tactician? Hell yeah. Yeah, I've seen people do it on a Pathfinder. So. Is more bird-like? Yeah, they're more birds, that's true. They're more like, yeah, they're more like birds. Well, it depends on which depictions you see of them. Because I've, like, there's so many depictions of these creatures that, like, you can probably find a version of each. Well, it depends on how you look at it. Who the hell? Because okay, let me rephrase. If we only got Delve, who the hell? Yes. But when for some reason, I've got like my expectations really high on the endgame rework, where I'm thinking we're getting more than just like one endgame thing, right? So like, does your opinion change on that if it's Delve plus a mapping rework? Like if you also got mapping rework plus another League mechanic like incursions, and then Delve was a third thing attached to it. That's the world I'm picturing. I do not think we're only getting Delve and no mapping changes. Hey, Cyclone! Thanks for the raid, bro. Hope you're doing well, man. Hope you're excited for 0.4. I sure as hell am. Thanks for the raid, man. You know what your league's starting yet, bro? I assume it's like, you know, another not until the patch notes situation, but you got anything you're leaning towards? But yeah, I can also see how you just like, if you were to do a big endgame mapping rework, you might not even like from a design a balance perspective even want to release Delve because you would want people inside the maps and stuff. I get what you're saying. I'm just a Delve simp. I fucking love Delve, so I want it more than anything. Testing Poison Pathfinder, yeah. I did my Bulletstorm Witch Hunter last league, and there's like a Armor Piercer rounds Bulletstorm Poison Prolif version that looks really fun. That I want to kind of mess around with at some point. They will probably remix Incursion for PoE 2. I mean, yeah, I feel like there's no way we get Incursion exactly how it is, but I feel like there's an interview specifically with Ziggy D where Jonathan Rogers says his two favorite mechanics to work on were Delve and Incursion. And he hints that they were like coming to PoE 2. So this was like a while back. But I imagine some version of Incursion's coming. I am a PoE 1 complete noob, though, so, like, I don't even know, like... I didn't even know Ziri had 4 boobs. I was very confused when, like, the announcement came out and everyone kept, like, talking about her yitties. So, like, that shows you what I know. I am most certainly a PoE 1 tourist, yes. Absolutely. I'm worse than a tourist for that game. I'm just a complete bum with PoE 1. But yeah, I didn't even know she had 4 boobs, and I was like, why am I going this way? Why did I start pathing this way? Oh, I wanted to go for attack speed stuff, but I don't think I want to do that right now. But yeah, I have no... I only know Ziri from, like, her items, and then from the people that chant her name, right? So I've never even done the fight in PoE 1. Or if I have, I don't remember it. They would have to fundamentally rework Delve to bring it to PoE 2. It would definitely need rework, because like there's a lot of people that see a lot of overlapping themes between the Atlas, the Infinite Atlas, and Delve, but I think they play very differently. I don't know. Delve is just the place that people who don't enjoy mapping go to play the game, and that's the alternate form of content that I look for. I don't know. We had a conversation on the podcast where, like, we ended, like, it got a little, like, contentious, and, like, the comments on that episode hated me, because, like, I don't, the conversation ended with Miso saying, I just don't think you like mapping. And ever since he said that, it's, like, been what I've been thinking about. Like, maybe I just don't like mapping. I just like all the other forms of content the game has to add. Because I really fucking love Delve. But for some reason, like, I just do not vibe with the Infinite Atlas at all. I mean, they're just completely different in their execution, but, like, there's something about Delve's... It's got, like, the brain offness as Expedition logbooks, but you have to read for logbooks. You do kind of have to read and Delve for the biomes, but I don't know. There's just a brain offness about Delve that I fucking love. You just kind of go, you know? Like, you just pick the next area and you go. You pick the next area and you go. There's, like, no prep. there's nothing. It's just go. And yeah, I don't know. I like that. Yeah, we just need a lot more alternate mapping in this game, Muzz. Like, logbooks are really bad in my opinion. Like, they're just, like, Expedition just needs a buff in general. Like, logbooks aren't awful, they're just not fun to run right now. I don't know what needs to change about them. Maybe PoE 1 Expedition players like how the logbooks are set up. I don't know how much different they are from PoE 2. I don't know why I don't like logbooks. I really can't get behind... Like, maybe it's just because the rewards are so boring. I don't really like the Recombinator. So it's really just like splinters and raw drops that get me excited. Just the vendors need a lot of buffs. Yeah, that's what I mean. It's just like I don't get excited playing it because like the vendors aren't fun. So maybe it just needs buffs in the vendor aspect. But like I said, I don't know. I try not to comment too heavily on that kind of stuff because I don't have the knowledge from PoE 1 to know.
That's nasty.
Halcyonia's rant about Delve does not equal Atlas is peak in regards to that. I'll have to listen to it. Because that's what I see a lot of people say. Like, one of the things when I say, like, I want Delve is, like, why do you want Delve? You have the Atlas. The Infinite Atlas. And they're not the same at all to me. Like, not at all. They are nowhere near the same. At least from a feel gameplay perspective, when I'm playing the Infinite Atlas and I'm playing Delve, like, they're not the same. But no, if I were to put money on it, I don't think Delve is coming anymore. Oh, I forgot. I thought I had Crown of the Pale King on. That's so funny. I'm so used to doing this boss. I usually farm to 16 when I do this boss, and my brain just saw that skill, and I just assumed I was going to one-shot him with Crown. Here, let's get level 16 first, and then we can cheese the boss for fun. Yeah, the actual gameplay of it, just, like, it's very different. Exactly. I don't know. Like like there's something about Delve where it's like you never feel like you're wasting your time in Delve. Like even if you're like carving a path to something you want to do, right? Like there's always like I don't know how to explain it. It's you're going towards what you want to go towards because there's not much variance in the maps you get, right? Like you're always like if you want to get the clusters of the blue stuff that you sell, that you flip and sell. Like, you just go for all the crystal nodes, or you, like, hunt bosses and stuff, but it's, like, very deterministic in a way. There's too much variance in the Atlas for you to ever be deterministic. Like, especially, like, we don't even have all the maps, by the way. That's what people don't realize, is we're going to be adding Act 5 and Act 6 maps to the map pool, so we're going to get even more variance in the Infinite Atlas. And then whatever Act 5 and Act 6 pinnacle bosses we have, they're going to be added to the Atlas as, like, Jade Isles stuff type things, you know? It's just... The variance is only going to get worse on the Infinite Atlas. Maybe the Infinite Atlas... Where am I going? What is this passive tree? My brain is off. Oh, I don't have the int. Okay, let's go respec. But yeah, I don't know. Again, my league start is determined by I think more so the endgame rework than anything else. Let's get off all of the twink gear I had on. We're crown level now. So we'll play normal Thorns.
Yes.
I just assume I'm playing Druid. I just assume I'm playing Druid, unfortunately. That's where I'm at, Herbst. It's just the fact that, like one of my takeaways from playing PoE 1 recently was the favored map system. And I just don't see, like, how are you going to implement the favored map system into PoE 2 smoothly? Like, how can you let me run the maps I want to always run? Or remove certain maps from the Atlas? Like, there needs to be, like, maybe a veto system, like, where you can ban maps that they won't ever show up, and you could just veto, like, 20 maps, but that just sounds so much worse. And yeah, of course, because of biomes. The biomes are the problem, right? Because, I mean, obviously you're never going to solve the problem of, like, certain biomes having nodes you don't want to interact with, right? Like, if, let's say, there's 0 maps you like in the desert biome, then you're never going to have fun in desert, right? But hopefully there's at least 1 or 2 maps for every biome that someone likes, and then you can maybe make that work, but there's just always going to be, like... That's why I like Delve. It's just, I like doing what I want to do, and mapping, oftentimes, you're not doing what you want to do. I'm not all out on the system, though. We had this discussion in the Thorns Discord the other day. I took off the teething, so my damage is lower. I'm not all out on the Infinite Atlas. I have faith that it can be iterated on. You see me warping around there? What just happened? I think the Infinite Atlas can work, and I think it's fun. Like, I enjoy exploring it, and there is some determinism for it. Like, if you're hunting Jade Isles, right? On my solo self-found Witch Hunter I was hunting Jade Isles for Rakiata's Flow for him. And you can, like, once you know how to navigate the terrain tells, right? Like, Jade Isles only spawns on water, so you just follow rivers, and eventually you will find lots of Jade Isles, right? Once there's more types of that, then the Infinite Atlas can work, right? It can work. I just gotta have faith in GGG to figure it out. But I could very well see a world in, like, 0.2 or 3 where they, like, do a massive Atlas rework. Am I dead? Don't have the... Ooh, I did have the res for that. Alright. Well, if we can Thorns Druid League start, should be fine to do a early Gia Northorn swap, if I had the gear for it. Or the support gems for it, rather. And I'm not using Scavenge Plating right now, so if I was armor breaking, I'd have more. Oh, Thorns. You are a silly time. I mean, biomes to me are the worst part about the Infinite Atlas because they feel completely stupid. Like, biomes, like... There are people who do juice biome farming, but it's so niche. And, I don't know. There needs to be more to it for sure. Like, I don't know if, like, I don't know what they need to do with biomes. My biggest... We need just harder endgame, though. Like, why'd we go from 30 million boss life to 15 million? That's what I need to see, is, like, we're getting the harder bosses back. Biome reward is weird? It is weird. Yeah, I mean, Horizon Orb Cyclone, for sure. Or whatever they were called. That you reroll maps. Like, I've talked about it on the podcast, how you could have, like, an item that lets you reroll the location to a different location in the biome, but then you still have the problem of biomes leading to maps you don't want to do, and it's just like... There's never a world where you can get the PoE 1 favored map systems working in this Infinite Atlas perfectly. Yeah, I don't. It'll be interesting to see how they adjust it. I still feel like one of my things I said in 0.2, I think, was if they made all towers just work like grand projects, where if you you clear a tower, you can travel to any location in its radius. That helps a lot with the tedium of mapping, but you're still going to have all the RNG of locations loading that you don't want to do. Yeah, it's tough. How would you feel about level 81, 82, and 83 Trial of Sycamores for farming? I mean, I love that stuff. In 0.1, I used to do a lot of Ultimatum farming. But Ultimatum got made way worse in 0.2 and 0.3. It got made way worse in 0.3. This guy is a tanky boy. What is a Thorns Druid league? Well, we're getting Druid in the next league, and I'm going to be playing Thorns Druid. So Druid's the new class, and I'm going to be league starting as Thorns Druid. I need a new life flask. Need resonating shield too. Let me go get a gem skill. But I also think the biggest thing that needs a rework is the Atlas passive tree in general. The Atlas passive tree in general just needs a rework. It's the worst. Like, if the Atlas passive tree doesn't get a massive overhaul, that's the biggest L of the patch. If I'm being, like, honest. We need, resonating. Get some armor break going. PoE 1 does not have Thorns or Druid. Well, PoE 1 does technically have Thorns, but there's, like, no builds for it that are any good. There are, like, kind of, like, AFK and Reflect builds, but Thorns itself is not a thing in PoE 1, and Druid is not a thing in PoE 1. They're both new additions to PoE 2. We've had Thorns in 0.1, but yeah, it's not in PoE 1. It's a popular archetype from, like, Diablo and Last Epoch and stuff. I don't know why they never decided to make it a thing in PoE 1. If you like Thorns builds, you will like Thorns in PoE 2. Yeah, cast one stun. I did a Tempest Shield build. A Tempest Shield Ignite Prolification build in 3.26. So that was kind of reflecty. But yeah, there's like nothing like this, where you can just stand there to take damage to deal damage, you know? Everything hits you and it, like, it just instantly dies to reflect, like... I think Uncle Jay told me Thorns can work up to a certain point, but it's very meme tier in PoE 1. Like, you'll never clear anything realistic with it. Monks are interesting. Monks in terms of leveling, a lot of monks, unfortunately, they end up actually leveling Lightning Arrow. Until they get Stormfall, I believe it's what it's called. I believe Stormfall is the more popular monk leveling skill. I don't level monk, so I could be completely talking out my ass. But yeah. Monk leveling, I heard, is in one of the least fortunate spots. It does not have a lot of skill viability. You basically level Hollow Palm. Or lightning arrow is what I've been told if you play a monk. Until late game. So league start for monk is apparently rough. Compared to like maces or Edgent Train Contagion. Like ED Con is you know, still one of the best leveling skills. Fix my Superman hair. Yeah, go Thorns!
This doesn't earn my passage. Nothing will.
Yeah, I mean, you just don't play Thorns in PoE 1, but they're trying to make it a thing in PoE 2. And they're doing a reasonably good job. I mean, they can clear most bosses. It just struggles with, like, Jet and stuff. But you can do Uber Arbiter, like... If you can kill her Uber Arbiter, that can't be that awful of a build, right? Well, it depends on how many more Ubers we get after that, but... And Super Ubers. Ooh, I didn't put my Briar Patch in. Didn't realize that. By Flask. But I'm very excited for the Druid. I have high hopes for Shapeshift. I probably shouldn't get excited because, like, I don't know why in ARPGs Druids never make me happy. There hasn't been a single ARPG Druid that, like, captures the feel I'm looking forward to. And I really hope... one, there's a way to get instant shapeshifts. Because it looks like shapeshifts have a cast time. Which I think is fine base. But hopefully there's a support gem or passives that give you, or a unique that gives you instant cast shapeshifts. Because that'll be huge for me. You can literally, like, anytime someone wants to, ask me what they should level as, and they don't really care what they level as, I always send them the Dead Rabbits ED Con build. You mean this hideout initial? Mean this sick ass hideout? Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. I will be using this hideout. Faux show. It's sick. I love the theme. Yeah, with Twink gear, Thorns is insanely fast. That's part of the reason why, like, should I League start my Bulletstorm Witch Hunter and then do the Thorns Druid second? I don't know. Did you ever upload the hideout to hideoutshowcase.com initial? I don't know if he ever gave me the hideout link. But it is safe. Yeah, you just upload it to it, yeah. We were planning on originally using hideoutshowcase.com as our way to submit for the website. It would have led to other problems with us being able to view hideouts that had microtransactions we didn't have. They're safe, yeah. They're good. You should have no issue uploading there. But yeah, Thorns is still one of my fastest clears. Like, if you go in with Twink Thorns gear, like, especially with, like, Rake and Rapid Assaults, like, you are flying through the campaign. I don't know why I'm playing Bone Storm right now. I should probably be playing Rake Rapid Assault. So yeah, there needs to be a checklist. I need a checklist of what needs to change for me to League start Thorns Druid. And even if that checklist doesn't happen, it'll still probably happen. But Barbs and Quillburst. Right now, what's making me able to level Thorns is these two support gems. I will not have these at this point on League Start. If they think they don't change things. You don't get these support gems until Act 3. So that's like just the most annoying thing that has to change. If literally the only change for Thorns in the patch notes said Barbs and Quillbursts were changed to tier 2 support gems, that would make me League Start Thorns. That would make me way more happy to League Start Thorns.
Well, whatever happened here, I doubt it's good news.
I honestly think Barb should be a tier 1 and Quillburst should be tier 2, but that's probably asking too much. Man, is it asking too much, though? Thorns starts when you get Crown of the Pale King. Level 16 helmet. Why shouldn't they be level 16 support gems? That's when Act 2 starts. That's the tier 2 support gems. I don't think it's asking too much. I mean, yeah, you can't use Crown until level 16, but you could technically use Barbs with, like, low-level Thorns gear from level 1. If you wanted to force a low-level Thorns, you potentially could, but you're right. It shouldn't be lower than... It shouldn't be lower than tier 2. It shouldn't be. It should just be tier 2. Like the helmet. Like the helmet. Sorry, I had to ban that chat bot. I mean, if I were to do, like, if you had Runes of Tithing in your gear, if you did, like, a full Twink Thorns character with Runes of Tithing in every slot, you could speedrun the campaign in, like, less than 4 for sure. If you had, like a Giga Twink character, like, Thorns is so overpowered in the campaign. I think the Bulletstorm character might be faster, though. I'm not sure. I flew on my Bulletstorm. What would be the cost of that Giga Twink character? If you wanted, like, a Giga Twink Thorns character, you would want... It wouldn't be super expensive. The most expensive part is the Runes of Tithing. Those are the 1 to 100 Lightning Thorns runes. And on League Start, I think they were like 15 to 10 Exalts each. So you would just want a bunch of those. Yeah, I would say maybe a Divine if you got all of the runes on League Start. Like, you know, after like the first few days and you wanted to level a new character. It would be like maybe for a, that's a dejuiced character. This character I'm leveling right now, this was like 3 Exalts worth of gear. Like, the shield was a Regal Orb. The belt was a Regal Orb. Those were all Exalts. And then I'm using the support gems. So, like, just to get Thorns started, it's super cheap. It's incredibly cheap. But for Twink gear, you know, it's not even expensive. You would want a bunch of Spirit. So you would get, like, there's the chest piece that has, like, 120 Spirit on it. So you would be stacking Spirit gems so you can get as many Thorn skins while you can while leveling. So maybe the low-level Spirit gems would be what would cost you some stuff. But it's really easy to twink out Thorns for the campaign. It's super easy. Yeah, that's why, like, again, Thorns is not a good League start, especially if you want, like, the super fast, fun campaign clear where you one-shot everything. I mean, if you're being, like, if you wanted a super smooth League start for, and you're doing Druid specifically, which is what I'm doing, Essence Drain Contagion is perfect for Druid. You start right here. It's like, what, 11 points to get to these Chaos nodes here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 points to get to these Chaos nodes here from Druid. And then you just path up here through the Witch starting area, and you get all the Chaos stuff. Like, a Druid start, 100% would be, like, EDCon would be fine. Like, if you just wanted to have, like, a brain off, you don't want to think or take any risk on any of the new skills or anything, fuck yeah, Edicon would be great for Druid League start. But I've also done Edicon on Warrior start, so you can do Edicon on anything. But yeah, anytime anyone wants an easy league start, I just send them to Red Rabbit's Edicon, and you just, like, all you need is a wand. Just get a wand, and it doesn't matter what your passives are. Edicon's so good, and Edicon's definitely not getting nerfed. It is not overpowered enough that it needs to be justified a nerf. It's just, like, a solid league starter that will... Yeah, it's a fan favorite. GGG's not going to gut it, so... And it's not overpowered at all. It's just a really good campaign run. I think Minion Druid will be good for sure. We just don't know if we're getting Minion Druid this patch. Well, okay, people have assumptions, I don't know why, but people are assuming there's going to be 3 Ascendancies. A Spellcaster Ascendancy, a Shapeshift Ascendancy, and a Minion Ascendancy. I don't think we're getting a Minion Ascendancy, because GGG said they don't want there to be a Minion Ascendancy when it came to, like, Infernalists and Witch and stuff. But we know that we're getting, like, summons. Like, we're getting wolf summons and stuff, so... There will definitely be Minion nodes in their area, but I don't know if there's going to be, like, specifically a Minion Ascendancy. I hope, though. I would love to have, like, a army of rabbits or something. Well, we do know they have at least one summon coming. Though I don't... It could be a companion, I guess, from the files, but... I think we did see summon wolves. Is, like, a guaranteed thing that Druid has from, like, previous footage. I assume that I will be... If I played Druid on League Start, I would be playing the Shapeshifts. I would be, like, League Starting as Bear Druid. I'd be doing Bear Druid until I can swap to Thorns Druid, which would be Bear Thorns, but... If I were to League Start anything, it'd probably be that. Unless, like, one of the starter skills is just overpowered, and it's like, the Lightning Tempest or whatever is, like, just broken. Keep forgetting to break armor. I'm used to being a Warbringer. Oh, I broke armor at the wrong time. Hey, Rusty, happy holidays to you, man. How you been? Are you excited for the 0.4 league start? Are you part Indian? No. I am half Puerto Rican and half white. Oops. Let myself get stunned. My mom is Puerto Rican and my dad is white. Running again? Why would they gut Edicon? I don't think they're going to gut Edicon. I see people say that, like, they think Edicon's OP because it's, like, an easy leveling build. But, like, there should be easy leveling builds, so... I don't know why people think they would nerf Edicon. Going Merc until I get a Pale King? Yeah. I really want to League Start my Bulletstorm Witch Hunter. And if Thorns gets no buffs, or, like, gets nerfed for whatever reason, I might League Start my Bulletstorm Witch Hunter. If there's a world where we get Crown of the Pale King as a keystone, and we don't have to wear the helmet anymore, I may also League Start a Witch Hunter for Thorns, because I could run Myrus Uxor, Thorns for really good Culling Strike Thorns. So in those two worlds, I play a Witch Hunter, but it's probably going to be a Thorns Druid League start for me. Probably the Thorns Druid. You think there will be major tree changes like that? I think so. We've already seen major tree changes. If you look at the most recent build of the week, I think it was for the Indigon build. I don't remember. It was whatever the last PoE 2 build of the week was. In that video, they showcased the passive tree. And in one of the clips, these nodes right here are down here. They're like someplace down here. I don't remember where. But these had been moved from the Druid area to more of the Warrior area. So, based off that video, we already know there's passive tree changes coming. And just based on the fact that Druid's coming, we know that this entire area is just going to get caked with new stuff. Like, look how dense this area is with dots versus this area. It's like, it's completely different, so... Not only is this area going to get stacked with new passives, but we've already seen in, like, the Build of the Week showcase that this stuff has been moved down here. So, there is very good chance that there's, like, we know there's passive tree coming. Will we get Crown of the Pale King as a keystone, though? That's copium, I think. It's just a dream that we all have. It's just a dream. People doom on Edicon all the time? Interesting. I don't know why. It's like a fan favorite. Like, it's the same with Lightning Arrow. People think Lightning Arrow is going to get gutted every patch, but like... Why? It's so popular and people like playing it because they have fun with it. They're never going to get rid of the fun, popular builds. That's weird. Well, so in the last patch's Rage, I used to do a Living Bomb build that didn't use, because like Living Bomb used to not be a skill gem, it used to be only on staffs. And I used to do Living Bomb builds because they didn't consume mana when you used them, right? It was super fun that way. But now Living Bomb's not on staffs anymore, so I don't do that build anymore, unfortunately. They can be a bit random. Well, I mean, hopefully Edicon... I mean, I don't know. To me, Edicon is like... I don't know. Maybe it's just because Edicon was the very first PoE 1 build I ever played. But, like, to me, Edicon is like... It is a staple of PoE. So the idea that GGG would want to, like, make... It's not even overpowered is the thing. Like, Edicon is not the best endgame build. It falls off. It's great for mapping and stuff, but like in terms of it being like the most meta build on the planet, you know, it's not pushing like 500 million DPS like some of these builds. So like, I don't know. I don't see it getting nerfed. Cyclone was my first build, haha. It was not my first build, but it was like the first like archetype that I fell in love with. Like it was shortly after I played Edicon that I eventually became a Cyclone main. Which I played Cyclone in 3.27. I'm a big Cyclone simp. Like I said, when we get swords, you will never see me play anything else but Cyclone builds. Cyclone Thorns, Cyclone Castellan builds. I'll be stupid as fuck with Cyclone. You'll see me play other stuff, but... Oh, sorry, I missed your question about what should Elite Star, what skills should you use until Bulletstorm. You can technically use Armor Piercer from the start. You can get Chain and Fork in it, and it's not awful. But the best way to level crossbow builds is grenades. Grenades, grenades, grenades. Grenades are crazy. But you would still use Armor Piercer from the start. It's just, the reason why we all had a lot of fun on the Bulletstorm Witch Hunter is because we were using Nova projectiles from the start. Nova projectiles combined with Chain was, like, insane for clear speed. But you'll be fine without it. I will probably be doing a solo self-found practice run on the Bulletstorm character soon anyway, so... Because I can actually practice that character. I can't practice the Thorns Druid. Yeah, I mean, Contagion is just awesome. Like, Contagion just has, like, so many applications that could, like, lead to fun outcomes long term. The transfer of ailments is awesome, or whatever. Well, so everyone like always predicts like which ascendancies are coming. I'm hopeful that we're getting the Nexus Ranger ascendancy. So not only like I'm hoping for Ranger buffs, but I just hope like one of the new ascendancies we get is a Ranger one for sure. Oops. You dead? Nope. Thorns OP. Yeah, I honestly don't like... Every single patch, Thorns has leveled up, like, extremely, right? Like, every patch, the build has gotten better and better. With this patch, the changes to stacking support gems, and then being able to stack Thorn skins was huge. We also just got way better defensively with the armor changes, right? But that can't keep happening, right? Thorns can't keep leveling up like that massively every patch. At some point, the build's gonna hit that window where it's like, okay, we're in a balanced place, and now it doesn't need these massive shakeups, it just needs these tweaks, and I don't think we're there yet, but I don't know if we're like gonna be getting these big level ups every patch anymore. Like, we got like maybe one or two more of those big level ups, and that's like Crown of the Pale King being removed, and like support gems inside of Thorns would be huge. If we ever got a way to put support gems in Thorns, that would be the biggest level up. Because so much, like, imagine if you could put like Rakiata's Flow into Elemental Thorns or something like that, right? Armor break inside Thorns.
All these statues still just as dead.
Thorns will get buffs until it's meta. I don't know if it could ever be meta, though. I don't know, like, can a Thorn... I mean, maybe it can be. I just feel like it's so trade-heavy. Do, like, heavy gear-dependent builds really become meta? I feel like most meta builds are like, you just get a weapon and then you can clear the entire game. The Thorns gear, you're always going to have to, like, trade for stuff. Cast when stun became meta? That's cool. Cool, maybe it does become meta.
Someone's fighting up ahead.
I still see it as like a niche, like, you play it if you like the archetype type of vibe. But it could have leveled up more, you know. Getting rid of Crown of the Pale King would just be massive.
Well, it still works.
I did forget the lady for ascendancy. Good looking out, Crazy. I did forget Babala. Let's go get Babala. Guessing she's over here. Where's that checkpoint take me? Oh, just down here. Okay. I don't think she's over there. Maybe she is. Let's just check to be safe. Yeah, okay. I hope they nerf Rakiatas. I don't know if Rakiatas will necessarily get, like, Giga nerfed. Auto Louis' Bloodletting should definitely be getting nerfed, though. If I were to say something is getting nerfed, it's Auto Louis. That's for sure. Because Auto Louis is what really makes Tech Rod so insane. Auto Louis is what makes a lot of builds crazy right now. Like, there are builds that are just like, because the skill starts doing damage because of Auto Louis, it like enables this skill to be a DPS option now. Like with curses, like. So, I don't... Rockiatas is definitely interesting. It definitely feels like it needs a nerf or some form of change. I just don't think it's going to get gutted, like completely deleted. I feel like Auto Louis, though, is like... Auto Louis is the biggest problem in the patch in terms of balance. Because it's just so damn build enabling. It enables so many builds. I wouldn't be surprised if Auto Louis was like one of the most used lineage support gem over Rockiatas. I'd have to see the numbers though. They're both really fucking good. Or rather, I bet Auto Louis is in more build types, more archetypes, just spread across, for sure. Because that thing just goes into like You can play Spark with Auto Louis. You can play like curse builds, like my Crusader build that I did. Like Auto Louis is crazy. Well, Rockiatas is in, like, every elemental damage build, but you put Auto Louis' Bloodletting in builds that you shouldn't be putting it in, is, I guess, the point I'm getting in. Like, Rockiatas is being used for how Rockiatas should be used, right? It buffs elemental builds exactly how you should, right? But Auto Louis' Bloodletting is, like, having unintended consequences with, like, other archetypes, where you're putting it in, like, lots of different types of skills that shouldn't do damage, or you're using it to enable something like Tech Rod, where Tech Rod on its own isn't an awful item, or isn't like a broken item, you know? What makes Tech Rods nuts, though, is Auto Louis scaling the damage of your skills so high with the life cost so high. It's just... that's where that goes crazy. Can you use Rockiatas in armor piercing? No, you put Rockiatas in, I mean, you could probably find a way to do some armor piercing elemental build and make it work, sure. But you would put Rockiatas in Plasma Blast, not armor piercing. You use Plasma Blast for bossing. Hey, what's up, Lachlan? How you doing, man? What are you league starting for 0.4? Do you know? You have any ideas? Yeah, you can only have one lineage support gem, and more than likely you're going to be putting it in, like, not Armor Piercer. Armor Piercer you use for mapping. It's not really your bosser. And Rockiatas is about making your skills, generally speaking, one-shot bosses. I should take the waypoint. Yep, you're doing Warbringer with Bone Cage and Bone Blast? Hell yeah, that sounds fun. I love builds like that. That sounds cool. I'm trying to convince myself the league start Thorns Druid, but
Still works.
my Witch Hunter calls to me. The Bullet Storm must be bullet stormed. When is 0.4 starting? Hey, what's up, Vela? How you doing? Happy holidays, by the way, to everyone. The league starts in a week and 4 days or something. It's not this coming Friday, it's next Friday. So like 9-10 days away. We get the patch notes this Thursday, I believe. Oh, speaking of patch notes in the podcast, We are recording the podcast tomorrow morning. The last few podcasts have been offline recordings because Miso's in Japan. Tomorrow is our last offline podcast. We have Blazeworks TV on. We're going to talk some like hardcore and solo self-found nonsense. They talk about the new patch. This Saturday, Miso is back from Japan, and we're going to do our patch notes review episode on Saturday. So tomorrow we're going to have a podcast recording. It'll be uploaded as soon as it's done uploading because Miso has a slow upload speed. But then we're doing 2 podcasts this week because of the patch notes. We're going to do another one on Saturday when Miso's home. We're going to go over the patch notes and talk about all the hype then. And then next week, on the 10th, we're having 3 podcasts really close together. We're having Darth Microtransaction on. So we've got a big set of podcasts coming up. Blazeworks tomorrow, Patch Notes podcast on the weekends, and then Darth next week for the League launch. The pre-League launch episode. Where's the lady at? She's over here talking. Yeah, Vela, the 12th. Friday the 12th is the League launch. Not this week, but next week. Stormblast Bolt still broken? Yeah. Pretty good. Well, at least by then you'll know what you should or shouldn't play. There's always that bonus it. There's always, you know, it's not awful being a few days late. You just miss out on a little bit of the hype. Everything's dying before I can break its armor. Struggling with the Savage Plating stacks right now. What is the attack requirement that Thorns needs to have? Nothing. If you have the helmet, any hits against you, it just has to be a hit. A hit. So damage over times do not affect Thorns. Ever. That includes, like, ground effects. So if someone puts, like, a poison puddle on the ground, that poison puddle won't transfer Thorns. Because that's considered a damage over time. It is not a hit. So it has to just be a hit when you have the helmet on. Yeah, and if you join our Thorns guild, by the way, and if you end up League starting Thorns at least, there will be a bunch of Thorns gear on the guild tab. Oh, the Thorns life. Yeah, maybe we don't Act 3. Maybe we don't swap the Thorns until Act 3. Get back up here. I need to swap to Rapid Assault. Leveling with Bone Shatter without teething is really bad. We need to swap Spears. Definitely need to swap Spears. Oops, didn't let that go down at all. Hey Scrump, we actually don't know anything about the Druid. The Druid is actually not a class that's in PoE 1. So we have no clue. We actually have no clue on the Druid. It's going to be fun for everybody. That's why, like, so many people are, like, you know, planning to start Druid, is because it's not just, like, new, you know. I don't think that procs Thorns. Yeah, that doesn't proc Thorns. Because a lot of these classes and stuff, they're stuff from PoE 1, you know? They're not new, but Druid itself, the archetype and having shapeshifts and stuff, that's new to PoE 2, so... It is very exciting. Hey, take care, Bayo. I don't know how much longer I'll be alive. This was a random, spontaneous stream.
We shall finish this, but not today.
Make haste. We must not escape.
I have been very busy, and I am still very busy. I got a lot of work I gotta do today. But, yeah, I just wanted to, I don't know. Part of me missed you guys. It's fun streaming the Thorns stuff with you guys and talking about the game with you guys.
We must battle sorcery.
I don't know, I really like the game.
Let us return
It's fun to talk
the
about.
and entreat Zarka's wisdom.
Yeah, I mean, again, with them altering the area of the passive tree, it's completely unknown. We know that entire area is getting reworked. Again, it's empty for a reason, and then we've seen from the teasers of the build of the week that a lot of the stuff up there has been moved down to the warrior section, too, so it's just a, it's just going to be a completely different setup. Gonna do a quick plug of my game real quick. Part of the reason why I haven't been streaming lately is because we've been trying to finish my game. For those that don't know, I'm an indie game developer. If you want to support me, the best way to do that is to just wishlist that game. You don't ever have to buy it. You don't ever have to play it. You don't even have to give it... Like, I don't care what if you even, you know, like the archetype, but wishlists on Steam are, like, huge for the algorithm. That's just how it works, so... If you want to support me, check out my game. It's coming out in, like, 3 weeks. So... But yeah, that's why I haven't been streaming. It's just because I'm not a full-time streamer. And we've been trying to finish this patch, this game, before this league launch, so I could take a break, a vacation, and not, like, you know, have to worry about the game. They will nerf Deadeye? There's no way they nerf Deadeye. Thanks, Lachlan. And if you do like 3D simulators, head over to the forum section on the game. We have a big post about the AI art. I'm not, like, dancing around the fact that the game has AI art. We're a two-man development team with no money, and none of us are artists. So that was, like, the only way we could, like, prototype and, like, get the game out. If the game makes money, we're replacing all the AI art with community artists. Like, we're going to pay community artists, not like some random publisher artist or something to get bulk art. We're going to hire people from the community to redraw all the art in the game. So, I know there are a bunch of people out there that hate AI art and are probably upset that the game has slop AI art in it, but it was literally the only way we could make the game, but just us, you know, so. We are actively looking to change the AI art. I don't care about the lightless passive on this character. We will skip that. Tail won't take a hit, my guess? I don't know, man. I want Deadeye nerfs. Okay, let me rephrase. I don't ever actually want things to get nerfed. I just want things to be, like, balanced. And I don't know. I don't know if Deadeye's getting nerfed, you guys.
Looks like someone dug too.
There's just something wrong with GGG and bow builds. And they just want them to be good. I don't know, Deadeye's gonna be good forever. Are you a game dev yourself? Yeah. I've been working in the game development for like 3 to 4 years now. But yeah, it's my studio, you know. It's and we've released 3 games now. This is my 3rd game, so we're still like noob developers, you know. We haven't made any big games, and you know, we're limited in like our knowledge on how to code and like implement systems and stuff. You know, we're still learning. But yeah, I'm a game dev. It is my full-time job. I'm indie, yeah. I own my own studio. It's just me and a friend. Like, we started the company ourselves. It's fully funded by us, which is not funded by any money. We use almost purely free assets. Though we not purely free assets. We buy asset packs from people online. Like, a lot of, like, you'll see some of the assets in some of our games, like Castle Warriors. You'll see some of the pixel art from our game and like other pixel art games, if you've played other pixel art games, because we bought an asset pack from an artist online. that, like, you know, anyone can put in any other games. Like, all of our art is something like that. It's either something we purchased online from somebody via some art pack from, like, you know, people who are wanting their games in art, devs, or with this game specific. Castle Warriors specifically has no AI art in it. That's like our dream game we were making. But Card Quest, like, we have over 100 cards, you know. Those are all AI art. But hopefully not forever. Well, I mean, the bottom is just so unplayably bad. Like, a lot of these skills just need buffs. That's like my biggest complaint, and I'm trying not to complain about it anymore because on the podcast people complain that I bring it up every fucking week, but they don't patch the game enough, and the game just needs buffs. Like, they don't even have to nerf the top, just buff. There's so many just unusable skills for the campaign that I don't know why they just don't buff more frequently. We got one patch. We got 0.3.1. Which language is the game developed in? English. There's a good chance it gets localized, just not by early access launch. Oh, my bad. But we localize. We have 3 games I've made, and we localized one of them. But localizing is expensive, so we had to use like free localizing. Like, there are people online that like want experience doing it, so they do it for their resume, and we had to do that route. Localizing is hard. And that's definitely not something you want to use AI for. Like, I would never utilize AI for localizing. I feel when basic auto attack is better than half of the skills. But that's true, though. And part of the reason that's true, though, is because of how strong weapons are in general, which is like a part of the problem. With this weapon scaling, it's just all over the place in this game. But yes, there are builds where you are better off using auto attack versus. Excuse me. There are a lot of skills where basic attack is just better DPS than, and that's crazy. I'm guessing that way. I don't know though. Oh, I need to upload that Modalytics. I'm definitely not playing that Crusader anytime soon. Well, it's not even just Deadeye that's too fast though. Even on my Bulletstorm Witch Hunter, I got over 200% move speed. That was without Tailwind. I do think that Tailwind definitely needs to be tweaked. Absolutely. Tailwind is not. Tailwind's crazy. But I think it just move speed in general is just bad across the board. It's not just Tailwind. Like, I was going over 200% move speed on my Witch Hunter, and on most of my characters, I peak at like 30 to 60%. Like, and 60 is if I've spent budget on the boot runes. I mean, yeah, so the reason that dev AI gets hate is because of, like, you have shitty fucking studios like Krafton who are saying shit like, we're AI first developers. Like, when you have that much money, when you're running with billions of dollars of operation funds, and you're using AI first and claiming you're an AI first company, you're a shitbag. Like, those people deserve all the fucking hate they could get. But as an indie developer, the tools are amazing. Like, I can't shit on any small development team who is, like, we literally cannot afford to hire artists right now. Like, we have, like, we just can't. We don't have a choice. Like, we just don't make this game if we didn't, like, and we made this game with AI art under the hope that it got sales to replace the AI art, right? But these developers are not under, like, these AAA developers that use AI, they're not, like, thinking that way. They're really just trying to cut costs. There are some situations where AI is very helpful for development, specifically with, like, MMORPGs and stuff. Like, I feel like AI tools is going to make MMOs much easier to make. An MMO right now for an indie developer is impossible to make. Like, there's no way an indie developer could ever make a truly solid MMORPG without the use of AI tools. Like, there's no world an indie developer could do that. But my issue is with, like, you know, again, these AAA multi-billion-dollar studios saying they're AI first. They're the AI first. They're first generation of AI first developers. It's like, y'all are cringe. Hire people if you can. And they definitely can hire people, you know. So I don't know if my problem was with Lightning. Lightning is clearly overpowered, and I think it was Connor. Somebody recently made a video talking about Lightning Element, and I think it was Connor. And he basically highlighted why Lightning is overpowered because it, like, increases your damage and it CCs. Versus the other two, where Ignite, it increases your damage, or Freeze, it CCs. But Lightning somehow gets both. It's a massive damage increase, and it crowd controls. So I don't know if Lightning is necessarily the problem. Is the problem Ignite and Freeze just not being good enough? Like, maybe Ignite and Freeze needs buffs. Like, Ignite should have prolification potentially built in, or easier to get, a better prolif, that's for sure. But yeah, that Connor, I think it was a Connor video that talked about that, and yeah, he was right on 100%. But Lightning is just inherently broken. Like, GGG's talked about this before. Like, Lightning is supposed to be just kind of cracked, you know? That's just what Lightning does. It's hard to not, like, you need Lightning to be overpowered. The problem is just, like, Ignite and Freeze are booty butt cheeks. Exactly. So my problem with Ignite is, I see how GGG ended up with Ignite how it is. Like, you have Poison, right? So you have these 2 damage over time ailments. Technically 3 with, like, the Chaos stuff, but let's just talk about Poison and Ignite. They both are a damage over time, okay? And they both get that damage over time based off how hard you hit. So that's already 2 similarities right there. So what if you want them to spread? Well, you have Herald the Plague, and you have Ignite Prolification. And it seems to me like GGG doesn't want them to be, like, the same dot of a different color. It's just green and red. So it feels like GGG is trying really hard to make the prolification of both Poison and Ignite different. So you have way easier and way smoother Ignite prolification, or wait, excuse me, a spread from Poison. Because Poison spreads just instantly, and it's awesome. Like, Poison spread, you can scale the area, and GGG seems like they were trying to not make Ignite prolif exactly as, like, overpowered as the Poison spread, which just ended up making the Ignite prolif ass. So, like, that's just why I think it's the way it is. It's just they were just worried they would just be the exact same. But I don't know, Ignite is really bad right now. And Poison's, like, really good. Like, Poison's fucking awesome. And just, like, Ignite prolification is just in a really gross spot in comparison. And I just feel like they need to address that, that's for sure. And Ignite should, like, I don't know. Maybe it's too overpowered if Ignite prolificates baseline, but the way it's currently set up, how you have to either have a support gem or Crackle Creep, and then, like, the Ignite prolification, if you haven't used it, I'm out of mana. I can't Bone Shatter. it has like a delay. Like it sits there, like you have to be in range of the ignite for like, was it half a second? Is it 1.5 seconds or is it half a second? But it's not instant, it's not instant transfer. So if you have too much damage, and then you lose the corpse, because the corpse will leave the fire on the ground, it won't transfer. So there's like a lot of weird clunkiness with like Ignite Prolif that Poison Prolif doesn't have. So it's just like, okay, so I should just play Poison then. If you want like a spreading ailment. When you don't break armor with Thorns, your damage is so much lower. You really got to be maintaining Scavenge Plating stacks. So that's just something like you have to be unmindful of.
I despise necromancers. Make me do the job.
Yeah, I don't know how, like, they need to change how like the dots are scaling for sure. Because like, to me the biggest problem is like, if you want to do a big ailment, what do? You get a big hit. So in order to get that big hit, like, there's only so ways to hit as hard as possible. You scale crit. Like, you just scale... Like, it just feels like all of these dot builds, specifically, is just like... Except for ED Con, specifically. But, like, these on-hit dot builds are just like, well, find a skill that will transfer that to that ailment, and then have that skill hit as hard as humanly possible, which is usually crit. Not usually. It's, like, almost always crit. That doesn't feel good. Like, there just seems like you nailed it, Muzz. There needs to be another way to scale the... Like, Poison could be scaled from the hit, and Ignite needs a different way to scale it, but yeah, that's... They're just too similar, but they're trying to not make them similar, and they're doing that in a bad way. That was a long-winded way of saying that. All endgame builds are crit. I mean, yeah. They are. All roads lead to crit right now. The meme used to be all roads lead to spark, but now the meme is all roads lead to crit. You're right, Crazy. It is insanely rare to find a build that doesn't scale crit. I had one build that wasn't crit, and that was my Bulletstorm character. And honestly, it probably could have been, you know, found a way to make crit work on it. Your expectations are high. I'm trying not to go in with high expectations. I know it sounds like I'm wanting a lot of stuff. I don't know why. I feel like there's just a lot of things that they have to do here. But, like, I don't know. They're set up well enough. Like, if Druid was truly almost done, right? Druid's been almost finished for months. Oh, right, that's right, because culling doesn't need crit. That's right. Yeah, I remember I ended up thinking about crit for a while with the culling, and then, yeah, you don't really need crit with the culling. But yeah, like, if Druid's been done for a while, hopefully they've got to put all of their effort into this endgame rework. I just don't want to get too excited for it. Because what does that even mean? An endgame rework could be so many different things. And I'm honestly not that excited about Druid. If we were getting duelists, I would be like, you know, through the roof. Like, Druid to me is just like, you know, it'll be fun to play. But, like, if you were to say, like, do you think I'll be maining Druid in 2 years? Absolutely not. Like, this might be the one and only league I league start the Druid, unless it's just absolutely peak. Yeah, I don't know. New classes, you see on Reddit, I think it's like on Reddit and sometimes the YouTube comments. It's mainly on Reddit. Reddit is really big on new classes. Reddit really likes new classes. Like I see some people like there were so many comments like, yeah, I didn't play 0.3 because there wasn't a new class. Like that's a comment you see often there, and new classes definitely matter to a lot of people. They don't matter to me. The new ascendancies, in general, ascendancies to me are super weak. So like they don't get me super excited. To me, the ascendancies like outside of Blood Mage and like Deadeye, like you don't even feel that powerful once you get your 6 ascendancy points. You know, they're like just kind of like how you flavor your character. So it's not like I'm imagining druids coming with like so much groundbreaking stuff. Weapons what get me more excited. Weapons gets me more excited. Just because there's skill types that I know I want to play from PoE 1. But even new weapons doesn't get me excited, right? Right this second, I need a new endgame loop. I've played the exact same endgame for 0.1, 0.2, and then they gave us a nerfed 0.3 endgame, where like everything lost half of its life. I don't know how many of you are aware, but we used to have bosses with like 30 million life, and these bosses in this patch have like 17 million or something like that. All the bosses are way easier to kill. And it's the exact same bosses we'd been killing the whole time, so it's just... And the Abyss boss sucked. He was so boring. But everyone seems to like Aziri. So... hopefully she's got cool fight mechanics, and she's hard. You know, I used to be, I used to think that they would never, ever consider that Muzz. But I feel like, I don't think that's a soon thing, but I think that could happen long enough down the road. Like maybe it's like 2.0 or something, the first expansion. But, because I didn't think they would ever remove the support gem limit or the instant weapon swap stuff. And like, they were able to like, you know... They were willing to admit they were wrong on those and completely flip, so... So I'm curious how reflected damage would work with Thorns. Does her reflect damage count as a hit towards me? Would I be able to, like, get a reflect loop off on her? Probably not. That would be funny, though. My thorns, thorns, her thorns, and her thorns, thorns, my thorns, and we just, like, thorn each other. I hope you're right, Muzz. I really want, like... Oop, I'm dead. I really want a big rework. Like, I need a lot to do in the endgame. Like, I cannot be doing the same loop. I know I've been, like, coping on Delve. I don't know if we're getting Delve now that we've got the Aziri reveal. Unless it's, like, an Aziri-themed Delve. Which I doubt. I don't think they would do that. So, I'm less on the Delve train now. But there's possible we get multiple endgame mechanics or systems. Yeah, I've said it before we got the Druid hard confirmed. Like, we've been confirmed Druid was coming for a while now. About to die to that Ignite. I need to get my Thorns damage up. I'm not leeching near enough right now. I might actually just need to take these leech nodes. My passive tree is like goofy. I've been on autopilot. What am I doing? Look at this tree. We are not thinking at all. We are just yapping. But yeah, I just need new things to do in the end game. It cannot be just the same end game mapping loop. I just can't just hunt Jade Isles and stuff always. I need harder content too. Thorn sounds slow and painful. Yep. I'm considering not league starting it for a reason. If we get no Thorns buffs, you know, we might be playing the Witch Hunter, the Bulletstorm character. Which I might pull. Yeah, we keep saying that, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, that's what people keep saying. It's going to be Val side areas or incursions. Like, Val gems are cool. I mean, cool if we got Val gems. I don't know if people are expecting, like, Val skills to come. We need to swap the spears, too. We shouldn't have been playing maces this whole time. We should have been spears. I also didn't get my ascendancy. I should have gotten my ascendancy.
Look at all this religion. Didn't help him in the end.
What is the go-to class for farming currency without investing too much into gear? I would probably say one of the witch starts. Either witch or deadeye. Like lightning. Like lightning arrow can be expensive if you don't know what you're doing. Like lightning arrow is deceptive. I don't know. Like ED Con is just like, it's such a simple and safe starter. So many people play it, so there's just so much gear for it that's cheap. What is ED Con? Essence Drain and Contagion. It's a wand skill. I love it actually is a wand skill. I think Contagion can be used by any weapon type. But yeah, it's just a skill that, it's like spreads dots to enemies. It's like one of the most popular archetypes. And it's like a fantastic league starter. Yeah, because it's just popular and cheap. And very efficient. It's not the best build in uber late game, but what most people do is they level as Essence Drain Contagion, and then they swap to something else. Okay, I'll look into that. Thanks a lot. Check out Dead Rabbit. Here, I can link you Dead Rabbit's ED Con build. Yeah, like, I recommend, if you've never played PoE before, I always recommend ED COD to people. It is very easy to get into. It's very satisfying to play. It's a fan favorite for a reason. Like, ED COD's awesome. It's super fun and chill. Like, if all of the Druid skills don't feel good on League launch and I'm trying to rush to Thorns Druid, I might level as ED Con Druid, just because it's such a reliable and safe leveling style. I don't have the res to tank that. I've got, like, no Thorns damage right now, so, like, my leech is just ass. Oops, stunned myself. Nope, keep stunning myself. I need to get better at watching that bar. I wish you could see this bar over your life right here. Your little stun meter, it should be like a bar that's also over here, because I'm never looking down here. I guess I just gotta train my eyes to do that. That's a new me problem. Oof. Our Thorns damage is poop right now. Yeah, we need to swap the spears. The main reason why our Thorns damage is this low is because we're playing maces and not spears. Rapid Assault changes all of this. Actually, let's go see the boss damage with a spear. I want to test that real quick. I want to see what the spear DPS looks like with Rapid Assault. Because that's what you would, if you weren't playing bear form or wolf form, because like maybe the forms aren't great for Thorns initially, because you don't have access to like good skills for them. Maybe you're leveling as Rapid Assault. If you're not playing Shapeshifts, you're definitely playing Rapid Assault. Oh, I need a 5.
Browse as long as you like.
You don't have a single spear? Okay, here's the spears.
I hope it pleases.
Alright, let's test how that DPS feels, because we won't have the best gear on launch, so this will be close to what our DPS will look like. I'm gonna have to re-clear through that area. But we'll have to see what the Druid shapeshifts look like. I was there. Yeah, I mean, again, if Druid sucks, there's really not anything we can do about it. You know. Thorns doesn't suck when you get Thorns fully online at about level 30. Level 30 Thorns is when Thorns feels good. Until then, though, it's up in the air what we play. Are we playing, ED Con? Are we playing Shapeshifts? We're going to be forcing Shapeshifts out the gate. It'll be Bear Form or whatever. If we can use it early. I have no idea what Shapeshifts we have access to. Oops. I stunned myself. No. I'm really bad at watching my shield stun meter. Load screen? I think the Druid skill... I mean, there's no way the Druid skills are ass to the leveling, right? Like... There's going to be a bear form skill with Stomping Ground or something that does well. I'm not worried about the Druid leveling. I think the Druid will be fine. There's got to be some skill that's good on it. But that's even more reason to League start the Witch Hunter. We know it'll be good. You just get so much Thorns damage from Scavenge Plating that you need to keep it up too. Another reason why Warbringer is just so good. Alright, let's try this again. Let's see how the DPS looks like with the spear now. Yeah, that's even without the Scavenge Plating stacks yet. Oh, I gotta get out of the fire. Yeah, if you have the Scavenge Plating stacks, and he's hitting you actively when you have them, your DPS is considerably better with the Rapid Assault. I just don't have the Leech right now. Because you lose your stat. You have to wait for the armor to be removed, and then you have to re-break it. So I just don't have the leech right now. I need to change my passive tree. My passive tree is just really ass right now. I would have more leech right now if I was playing normally. I just don't have my, I don't know what I was doing on my passive tree. I was just putting it in random shit. Let's get those leech points real quick and see how that feels. Because right now my leech is just really bad.
Make some changes.
Okay, so we would do these points here. Would we put these points here? Probably. This would probably be what the tree looks like right now. And then we path to here. Yeah, Druid is right here. So Druid is 6 to 10 nodes away from the warrior start, or 6 to 10 nodes. Or like, if you're league starting Edicon Druid, you really go right here, and you just got a great, like, you're fine. So you miss Sod, yes. I very much miss Sod. There was like some leak that like Lightning Sod was coming, or if we got the Chinese Titan Forge servers, I would be if those came back, I would play those like fresh start right now. The Chinese Titan Forge servers look fucking awesome though. I'm so pissed we don't get to play them. There was a leak that came out that like was a roadmap for the next few years of Classic WoW, and what was rumored coming. Well, and there's no solid information behind this, but what was rumored coming is after TBC Classic launches, or whatever, TBC Reunion Anniversary launches, Lightning Sod is coming, which is just like it's Sod again, but without like the big content gaps. So it'd be like a much more streamlined season of Discovery, is what the leak said. And that's what we're getting like for the bulk of next year as Classics content, and then Classic Punt Plus is supposed to come after that. That was just a rumor though. There's nothing like, nothing founded in truth there. But if it came, I would play it. I did Ascension. It was fun as fuck. Yeah, I heard good things about Ascension. It's just, I would play it if I was allowed, like, if I could stream it without Blizzard, like, being pissed and about it, you know? Blizzard doesn't want you playing on those servers, so I can't stream it. And, yeah. I had friends that played Ascension, though. They really liked it. Yeah, and it's a damn shame that Blizzard can't do anything as well as they did, because those Ascension servers look awesome. The custom classes, the custom content, like, it all looked amazing. Yeah, if this is our damage for launch, that's definitely a problem. Like, unless we see significant Thorns buffs, like, I don't even know if I'd play Thorns until Act 3. Because your Act 2 Thorns damage is just so low. Like, let's just say they do change it to where you can get Barbs and Quill Bursts in Act 2. This damage isn't good enough to justify swapping to Thorns yet, and I have 3 good pieces of Thorns gear on. 5 good pieces of Thorns gear on, actually. So yeah, it's possible that, again, we would play Thorns at level 30 and not Act 2. So we'd be playing anything else Druid until halfway through the act. We'll see what the patch notes say. Fingers crossed we get good patch note stuff. It just takes me so long to break the armor, too. That's what really sucks. And then I have to stop trying to break armor for whenever he's, like, filling the bar up. The lack of Warbringer, definitely feeling it. I need to stun him right now so I can break his armor, and then get him in a stream of attacks after he's done that move. Yeah. So one thing though to take into account that will help with the druid is like if I'm playing shapeshifts, like if I have a good talisman, it's like the default attacks might do enough good damage on their own to where like I'm just playing like Maul with Thorns as like a pseudo support to the damage, and then eventually change to like where Thorns is a bulk of the damage. But right now, just based off this DPS, like if I were to like transition to Thorns, it would be at Act 3, because this is not like, this is awful. And we don't even know if we'll be playing Rapid Assault for the Thorns Druid. Because like, we don't even, sorry, let me rephrase. We don't know if we'll have a skill that's as good as Rapid Assault on the Thorns Druid. That has a fast attack speed, so. Yeah, I don't know. That's definitely way lower than I want it to be. I'm just trying to think of, like, if we start on this side of the tree as a druid, we get instant access to Thorns crit stuff, but that's still a long trek for Thorns Leech. So we wouldn't have any of the Thorns healing right now either. How many passive points? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So it's actually not too bad getting... If you booked it for Thorns Leech first, as the druid, you would have it in Act 2. Because you get the 4 free passive points from Act 1, and then you'd be level 16, 17. So you'd be able to get this at the start of Act 2. So in terms of Thorns Leech being possible for the druid, it can get there for an Act 2 Leech setup. That route is goofy as fuck, and you'd eventually want to change it when you get to Endgame. But you could do the Leech. And that's like one of the biggest barriers. But if you swap the Thorns at 30, you would just path through here, get some like attack stuff or something along the way, and then scoop the Thorn stuff when you swap at 30. We just know there's no way you're playing Thorns in Act 1, right? You're not playing Thorns in Act 1 if you have the trade for it in Act 2. So, okay, no. If I remember correctly, I need to go watch the VOD of day 1, but if I recalled correctly, I didn't even get most of the Thorns gear until I was like in the mid-20s, so there's no way we're playing Thorns by level 16. We'd have to get really lucky to have gotten Crown of the Pale King by 16. Absurdly lucky. We'd have to have gotten a Chaos Orb and found someone that's willing to trade it like that early. So I don't think we'll have Crown going into Act 2. It just seems more likely that I should be planning, if I'm playing Thorns Druid League Start, the first 30 levels won't be Thorns, and then it'll be like a late game, a mid, or even like a mid campaign swap or a late game swap. I don't think we're getting the tree earlier. We might. It just depends on if they give out that like repository information and shit. I don't think we're getting I don't think we're getting the tree early. That would be fucking awesome. I would be fucking stoked, but that seems unlikely. I hope. Maybe they do. I don't know. I don't know how they operate. Maybe they do get it out earliest, but I feel like they always say that they're working on the passive tree until the last minute, so that's why they don't release it early. Okay, so yeah. So Thorns Druid would have roughly the same damage. I would, like, at this point, I would have pathed through here, and I would have Vengeance and Voracious. So in terms of healing, I'd be fine from the Thorns Leech. It's just my damage isn't good enough right now for the Thorns. Yeah. I just don't see you swapping. Because, like, again, if Barbs and Quillbursts are still tier 3 support gems too, I'm not going to swap Thorns pre-Barbs Quillbursts. So I think my assumption is I am playing not Thorns until level 30, and then we'll try in Thorns Druid, but... yeah. Maybe I just League Start the Witch Hunter and play Bulletstorm for the launch. Probably not gonna happen, but that seems the smart thing to do. We'll have to see, though. This damage is ass, though, and that's what it's going to be like on launch. Like, I'm not using any teethings. And, oh, the shield could be better damage. That's true. And what level are Dreadfist? 22 or 24? 27. Yeah. That's tight to squeeze in, Thorns pre-30.
Never heard of a god in such a city. I'll do as you ask, my lady. I'll bring you fire.
Yeah, that's something I gotta think about. That's actually interesting. There's definitely no playing Thorns in Act 2 on the Druid now that I'm seeing it. Like, we would need Barbs and Quillbursts at least change, so... The gear price will be crazy? Yeah, I remember I bought my first Crown of the Pale King. I League started Thorns for the first time on this patch for the Warbringer. And I remember I spent 1 Chaos, 1 Exalt, 1 Alk, and 1 Regal Orb to get my Crown of the Pale King. All 4 of those just for the helmet on League launch. And that was to get it, like, as early as I possibly could. I was playing Thorns by, like, level 19 or something. Yeah. We'll have to see what happens. Man, that change... Like, I'm getting in my head about the League start. It probably won't be that bad, to be honest. I'm sure playing the Druid will be fine on League start. I'm overthinking that bit. There's no way it's complete ass. Well, some things are complete ass, though. But there's no way the whole class can't play. Should probably just wear that spear. I can't. Okay.
I will tell your tale.
You're playing Bulletstorm Tactician. If I play anything that's not Thorns, it's my Bulletstorm Witch Hunter. Like, that is 100. There's no debate there. Like, there's no new Druid skill or any new skill that can, like, pull me away from my Bulletstorm. Will you do a training run on the Bulletstorm? I will, yep. I will have a full League Start guide set up for the Bulletstorm, even if I'm not playing it. I'm going to make, like, a League Start guide for people. Even if I don't end up playing it. So there will be a practice run, and then there will be like a new Mobalytics link that's set up for 0.4. Because if I don't League start it, it's definitely my second build. I'm going to be playing it very quick. Like, it's not one of those builds where I don't know if I'm playing it next League. It is 100% my first or second build. I love the Bulletstorm Witch Hunter a lot. Okay, let me see here. It's my favorite build I've ever played in any ARPG. I loved the Witch Hunter build, and I don't know. It's got the perfect like blend of it's a good build, but it's got meme to it. Like, I don't know. There's something about like Culling Strike that's very appealing to me. It's like Culling. I don't know if people consider Culling Strike like meme, but it's like I don't know if meme's the right word, but it's like I don't know. It's just cool and fun. I don't know. It's just, I love Culling Strike. It's fun. It's a cool mechanic, and I like building a build around it, and the Bulletstorm did it. What's Bulletstorm Witch Hunter? Let me get you a video of it. No damage. So we don't... Hey guys, I am your... I'll mute it. Don't need to hear me. This is my Bulletstorm Witch Hunter. It was like using armor piercer rounds and just culling strike to just like spray a bunch of bullets everywhere, ricochet them around, and they have culling strike and high culling strike threshold. So like enemies were getting instantly culled. It had good DPS. It was just very fast mobility. It had like a high move speed whenever I had it fully min-maxed. This is like the first video I made of it. But yeah, it's just this. You're just like a vampire survivor's maniac, just shooting sprays of billions of bullets at a time. It's my favorite build I've ever played in any ARPG, probably. That at least I've made. This was just so much fun. Now, I leveled as a twink character, so I was able to level at it from level 1 just insanely easily. A league start for this would be definitely like having to use grenades and like a lot slower. You wouldn't have Nova projectiles from the start. But yeah, this was my favorite build. I played this last patch for sure, and I'm very heavily considering league starting it. Like, this likely might become my league start if Druid Thorns doesn't look like it's going to be a good start time. But like, yeah, either Druid Thorns is first or this is first, and the other one is second. So that's the Bulletstorm Witch Hunter. It's just a storm of bullets, just a crazy amount of just projectiles. Like, depending on the Bulletstorm, I mean, Tactician's great for it, yeah. And like I said, I saw a Poison Pathfinder version of the build. You can play that style on anything. It doesn't have to be Culling Strike. You know, Poison, Bleed, whatever you want, so. Do those builds in max roll? No, I am partnered with Mobalytics, so all of my builds are Mobalytics links. I don't do max roll. Well, I mean, I do the Mobalytics, which is like another type of website guide, but yeah, not specifically max roll. I do Mobalytics. And yeah, grenades are OP. Grenades could get nerfed, and then bullet skills get buffed. But yeah, so the league start, when I do the league start for the Bulletstorm Witch Hunter, you're more than likely going to be leveling with grenades and Bulletstorm, because grenades are just too good. You can't not play them. But yeah, we'll see what I play there. I am going to raid you guys over to Jorgen. That was a little bit of a shorter stream, but I haven't streamed in a while. This was kind of spontaneous. I actually had fun streaming today, though, and I didn't know... Like, to me, I don't like doing league start prep because, like, I don't want to burn myself out going into the new season. So I didn't even think I was going to do any league start, but I actually had fun just, like, slowly playing through the campaign and yapping with you guys. So I'll be live tomorrow. I will be live streaming the reveal. So if you guys want to watch me react to the patch notes and all those announcement stuff, I will be live then. Was that the Bulletstorm Witch Hunter? Yeah, the video I just showed on screen was my Bulletstorm Witch Hunter. But I'll be back tomorrow to stream some more Thorn stuff. I'm going to send you guys over to Jorgen. Jorgen is the best. He's seriously one of my favorite content creators. He's such a nice guy. He said so many nice things to me when all the crazy tourist drama was going on and stuff. He's part of the reason why I didn't end up quitting, is just because Jorgen is just... He's so chill. But yeah, I'm going to send you guys over to him. I'll be live tomorrow, and then I'll be live for the reveal stream. So if you wanted to watch me react to Thorns not getting buffed, I'll be there for that. And yeah, I'll see you guys when I see you. Go have fun with Jorgen. Almost raided. I'm really bad at raiding. Here we go. Alright, now you guys are going.
That build was pretty cray-cray, and you could do it with so many different skills as well.